We're about to embark on an enlightening journey through 7 transformative habits that revolutionized my life in just 1 week. Yes, you read that right. 1 week. While this may sound overly optimistic, I assure you these are not your typical everyday tips. These habits are raw, honest, and have made a profound impact on my life. I wholeheartedly believe they can do the same for you. Whether you're aiming to enhance your productivity, boost your mental health, or simply initiate positive changes, these habits can pave the way toward your goals. So, grab your favorite cup of coffee, settle in, and let's dive right in. You won't want to miss what's coming, as these are not just theoretical ideas, but practical, actionable steps you can start implementing today. Plus, I'll be sharing personal stories and insights from my journey, offering you a genuine perspective on how these habits have worked wonders in my life. Let's kick things off with habit 1, waking up early. I'll be honest, I was never a morning person. My bed was my sanctuary, and I hit the snooze button more times than I can remember. Mornings felt chaotic, leaving me feeling like I was already behind in my day. But when I decided to wake up early, everything changed for the better. I set my alarm for 5 a.m., and although the first few days were torturous, by day 3, a sense of magic emerged. I found an appreciation for the tranquil morning hours, and I began my days with light exercise and meditation. It was a revelation. Those quiet moments allowed me to set intentions for my day and approach it with newfound energy. Imagine starting your day without the frantic rush, savoring a healthy breakfast while sipping coffee at your own pace. This peaceful routine not only organized my day, but also reduced stress levels, giving me a sense of control. If you're curious about the benefits of waking up early, I urge you to try it, even just for a week. Start with 15 minutes earlier than usual, and you may discover a remarkable positive shift in your life. Now let's talk about habit 2, daily exercise. I must confess, I wasn't always the most active person around. I could conjure up every excuse in the book to avoid working out. But one day, I decided enough was enough and pledged to move my body daily for a week. The outcomes were astonishing. Starting with just 20 minutes of varied exercises like yoga and jogging, the first few days were rough. However, by day 4, I felt rejuvenated, my mood improved, and I realized that these 20 minutes were not just exercise. They were time for me to focus on my well-being. That morning jog transformed from a chore into a liberating experience. The connection I felt with my body and the world around me was empowering. I also discovered yoga, which taught me presence and self-care. If you find yourself struggling to begin, I encourage you to start small. Choose an activity that excites you, whether it's dancing, hiking, or a brisk walk. Commit to just a few minutes each day and watch how it transforms your entire outlook on life. Moving on to habit 3, journaling. Initially, I viewed journaling as an activity reserved for those with ample free time or a natural inclination toward introspection. However, after a week of consistent journaling, my perspective shifted dramatically. I set aside just 10 minutes each night before bed, armed with a simple notebook and a comfortable pen. The first night was a challenge as I contemplated what to write. However, I began documenting my day's events, my joys, and my struggles. As I delved deeper, I uncovered insights about my goals, fears, and dreams. This reflective practice allowed me to identify patterns in my thoughts and behaviors. One night, I dissected a stressful workday, and writing it down provided clarity. Tracking my small victories fostered a sense of accomplishment and motivated me to keep progressing. I also introduced a gratitude section, writing down 3 things I was thankful for each day. This seemingly simple practice transformed my mindset from one of lack to one of appreciation. If you've never considered journaling, I highly encourage you to give it a shot. You might be amazed at the clarity and peace it brings into your life. Next up, let's explore habit 4, mindful eating. Like many people, I often ate on the go, hardly paying attention to what I consumed. Meals were a whirlwind, often accompanied by distractions from my phone or laptop. This all changed when I committed to mindful eating for a week. Mindful eating is about fully engaging in the eating experience, savoring each bite and noticing flavors and textures. I began by creating a calming meal environment, eliminating distractions, and centering myself with deep breaths. The results were eye-opening. I began to truly relish my food, experiencing flavors I previously overlooked. Eating slowly allowed my body to signal when I was full, leading to healthier portion sizes and heightened satisfaction. I became more aware of how different foods made me feel, naturally gravitating toward healthier choices. If you're intrigued by the idea of mindful eating, I suggest starting with just one meal a day. Set your table, take a few deep breaths, and savor each bite. You may be surprised by how this practice transforms your relationship with food. Now we arrive at habit 5, limiting screen time. This habit was particularly challenging to adopt, as I am sure it is for many of you. In our digital age, it's all too easy to fall into the trap of endless scrolling, binge-watching shows, or compulsively checking emails. I realized that my excessive screen time was negatively impacting my mental health and productivity, so I decided to establish some boundaries. I set a daily limit of just 1 hour for non-work related screen time, and while it was tough initially, the benefits soon became evident. With newfound time on my hands, I rediscovered hobbies I had neglected, picking up a book, sketching, and trying new recipes. One evening, I opted for a refreshing walk in the park instead of watching TV, and it was a rejuvenating experience. Moreover, limiting screen time improved my sleep quality, allowing me to establish a calming bedtime routine that didn't involve screens. My mental clarity and presence in daily life increased, and I became more engaged with those around me. If you're feeling overwhelmed by screens, I encourage you to set boundaries. Start small, and use that time for enriching activities that reconnect you with yourself and the world. In conclusion, these 7 transformative habits have profoundly changed my life in just 1 week. Implementing these habits has not only been rewarding for me, but I genuinely believe they can have the same positive impact on anyone willing to give them a try. I encourage you to select one habit that resonates with you and start small. Remember, the goal is not perfection, but progress. Small changes can lead to significant transformations over time. I would love to hear your experiences, so please drop a comment below about which habit you're considering adopting, or any questions you might have. Your feedback and stories create a supportive community that makes this journey so much richer. If you found this content valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insights and tips. Sharing this video with friends or family who may benefit could make a significant difference in their lives as well. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and remember, small changes yield big results. Let's keep growing, evolving, and turning our everyday routines into powerful moments of self-improvement. See you in the next video. Stay awesome.